Merry Christmas, guys. It's Chris and Mark here for We Love Betting. Talking Football League once again, Mark. We're 1 week away from Christmas. Are you excited? I keep asking you this every week. You're excited. What have you got planned? But of course you've got a special trip before Christmas. Mark's been very romantic. He's taking his girlfriend away for a special pre-Christmas trip. Explain.
Just going to Basel tomorrow. Christmas markets.
What a guy. What a guy.
Get some brownie points in.
Anyway, I've got Dumfries on Sunday, which is a lot less glamorous, but anyway.
Similar.
Similar, yeah. Often mentioned in the same breath. But anyway, let's just continue and stop talking shit and talking about the Football League. And first game, Saturday night, live on Sky Sports. You're taking on Forest against Leeds. What's your view in this game?
Two fallen giants, two rubbish teams, not going anywhere fast. Avoid a bet on either team for this match. Probably the safest advice. I mean, Stuart Pearce, I think he's a big reason behind my sort of disassociation behind Forest. No, not that I don't like him. I actually can't put my finger on why. But I want to oppose Forest whenever I can when he's in charge, but I can't this time because it's Leeds, and Leeds are pretty rubbish away from home as well. So I was looking around. I thought this game should produce a few goals. Neither team's particularly safe at the back, and 17-20 on both teams. The score caught my eye from Ladbrokes. Just 2 wins and 14 now for Forest, and 2 clean sheets from the last 11 as well. In 8 of those 11 games we've seen both teams score, as we have in 7 of their 10 games at the City Ground as well. Pretty strong statistics there. I think we talked up Leeds' goal scoring record a couple of weeks back when they went away to Ipswich and lost, but scored, and they've actually scored in 16 of the last 21 games. Of course they were nilled last weekend, but I'm happy to overlook that because in 8 of their 10 Championship away games they've seen both teams score as well, and in fact 9 of the last 11 anyway I've seen both teams score. Both teams are rubbish, both teams can't defend, both teams score 17-20. Pretty boring.
Yeah. Both teams are mints. The Leeds against Forest, 2 great sides for the past anyway. We're right in the heart of the city here in London. You can probably see where the office is behind us. It's just full of horrible people in suits. So we've moved on from that life. Game 2, where are we? What have you got here? Durham Chesterfield, what's the view? Sorry,
again, I made a few claims pre-season that Gillingham would make a bit of a splash this season. I think they're around 5-2 to finish in the top half. It was a bit too big. They're now around 8-1 to finish in the top half. I'm clutching at straws. They're only 4 points off the top 12 place at the moment. They seem to have got past that horrible patch that Peter Taylor, who I quite like, was scored. There's a few doubts surrounding. I think it was 3 wins in 16 League One matches. A lot of people forecasting a drop back to the 4th tier, but they've sort of turned it around. 2 wins and 2 draws in games against Orient, Bradford, Port Vale and Doncaster in recent weeks. Back at the Priestfield Stadium this weekend, where they're traditionally quite a strong, tough to beat unit, and they're 5-2 at home this weekend to beat Chesterfield with Bet365. Massive price in my eyes, absolutely too big. I mentioned their excellent home form. Only lost twice at the Priestfield this season, won 4, drawn 4, lost 2, and actually they won 14 of their games since the start of last season. That's a 46% win ratio, which you can't really moan about that too much. Chesterfield flew out of the blocks, of course. I think 5 wins and 2 defeats from the first 10. But 7 points.
Half of the table now, I think.
Yeah, 7 points from the last 10 now for Paul Cook. 1-0 loss at home to Bradford in the last league outing as well. I think they failed to score now in 5 of the last 7 games as well. Really starting to unravel. I can't actually see any reason why Gillingham are such a big price at home to beat a team that have just been promoted. 5-2.
5-2. Chesterfield gone to pot. The manager Paul Cook, if anyone who should have been in Brookside, should have been Paul Cook, if you get what I mean.
Horrible man.
Really? Thinks highly of you as well.
I'm a horrible person.
Me too. I like it though. Game 3, League 2, and Carlisle, a team
close to your heart.
I used to loathe them being a Queen of South fan. I used to hog all the coverage on Border News. Anyway, I was brought up in a very rural town and not much happened. But Carlisle used to always dominate the local news, scum. So they're struggling this season, fantastic. And they're at home to Northampton on Saturday. Will they lose again, Mark?
I wouldn't be putting any more money on this game like the Forest Leeds match in the terms of picking a winner. More happy to go down the goals route again. Of course, they failed to score last weekend. when they lost to Exeter, put down our 18-5 bet. But you know, I think I mentioned last week, after that initial bump after Keith Curle's appointment, they've seemed to have returned to their dismal ways. 6 defeats and 8 now, rooted in the relegation zone. But look at Chris Wilder at Northampton. Things are really turning against him there, enduring a bit of turbulence. Yeah, lost 7 of the last 9. I think it seems to have gone a little bit unnoticed as well. 6 defeats from 10 away games as well. It certainly hasn't sort of helped their cause. But I'm going to dip back into that bet 365 market, over 2.5 goals in both teams to score. 11-10, I think it's quite generous for two teams who really can't defend. But Northampton scoring goals. Despite their wretched results, they've actually scored in 17 of their 20 league matches this season. They kept only 2 clean sheets on the road. As for Carlisle, they've scored 9 of their previous 11 before last weekend. They've scored 2 or more in 4 of their 6 before last weekend. And they also scored 11 in the last 5 at home. But of course, they've conceded at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 8. I think it's a great game for goals-based punters to get involved in, over 2.5, and both teams to score 11-10.
11-10 over 2.5 and both teams to score. I like it. Yeah, Chris Wilder, do you think he regrets leaving Oxford now?
Perhaps. Well, his bank balance probably says otherwise.
Yeah,
but,
it's just not happened in Northampton, is it?
No.
Anyway, I'm really tired, I'm hungry, so I've got to wrap up here. I'm going to go home for a quiet night, and then I'm getting ready for an onslaught of alcohol over the next week, because of course it's Christmas. Mark, have a great time in Switzerland with your lovely girlfriend. I'm sure she'll appreciate your kind generosity in taking her to Basel, a place very passionately loved by Liverpool fans, of course. Anyway, I'll leave it there.